People hate being sold to, but in order to make money in your business, you gotta sell to people. But on the other hand, people love to buy stuff. And the only way that people can buy stuff is that someone has to sell it to them. So that whole, oh, people hate being sold to crap is a complete lie. People love being sold to because people love to buy stuff. You can't have one without the other. The problem is that most people don't know how to sell. Now look, I've made over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K, and it's because I know how to sell without selling. And it's only gonna take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare to focus and lock in to learn how to grow your business, by all means, enjoy your time on Beyonce's internet and go watch a Taylor Swift video or something. But I will tell you this, Taylor Swift, that girl knows how to sell. And all the richest and most successful people, they all know how to sell too. But first of all, it all starts with you just simply paying attention to every single dollar that you spend and being aware of what it is that you actually spend your money on. And I'm not exaggerating this. Every single dollar that you spend, start to ask yourself, why and how? How did they get my money out of my bank account and into their bank account? How did they get my money out of my pocket and into their pocket? And when you start to ask yourself these questions of why and how did these people or these companies that you spend your money with get your money, you'll see that it always comes down to one of two things. And it is that it either solves a problem or it makes you feel something. It evokes an emotion. These are the only two things that anything in sales comes down to. It solves a problem or it evokes an emotion and makes you feel something. And I literally ask myself this with every single purchase that I make, even something as simple as this Ice Cube t-shirt, right? This Ice Cube t-shirt, it solves a problem of me not having to show my incredible, awesome body. Because when I walk down the street with my shirt off, it's just people fainting left and right. It gets really wild and crazy, and it gets dangerous because they faint. They say, oh my gosh, look at Ashton CEO's great chest and awesome bod. They faint, then they hit their head on the curb, then they're bleeding, then the medical bills, all kinds of stuff goes crazy, right? So this Ice Cube t-shirt, it solves a problem, but then it also evoked an emotion in me because I think I look cool in it, right? It has the cool factor. So it solves a problem by keeping people safe, by me not having to show my great body to everybody, and it evokes emotion in me, which made me feel like purchasing it because I like how it makes me feel. I think that this t-shirt makes me look cool when I look at myself in the mirror. But when you really start to ask yourself, why did I buy this? Or how did they get this money from me in order to buy their product or buy their service or whatever it is that you're purchasing? It gets your mind working, not only your conscious mind and your subconscious mind working, but then you can start to reverse engineer and use the tactics that they're using for yourself so you can use the tactics on your prospective customers or your prospective leads, right? Now, if we're focusing on solving a problem, the way that you focus on solving a problem for somebody else is stop thinking of how you can make money by selling to somebody and start thinking of how you can actually serve people. Selling is serving, and when you are genuinely, purposefully, and intentionally focused on serving somebody else, you're thinking of actually helping somebody, and you can start to come up with solutions to problems. And then when you have came up with the solution because you are thinking of actually serving someone instead of selling to someone, then instead of selling, all that you simply have to do is offer your solution to them. This is how you actually sell without selling. Now, think about this. As entrepreneurs, we're only in the problem-solving business, right? We create solutions to somebody else's problems, and then they exchange their money to us for the solution that we have to fix their problem. Well, if I'm thinking about serving and make offers to people with my solution, that alleviates someone's pain, because it's always easier to draw someone away from their pain than to lead them towards pleasure. So think about this. If I was to take off my shirt and show everybody my great body, and then somebody faints and they bust their head on the ground. Somebody faints and they fall and they're bleeding, right? If I come up to them with some bandages and offer them that bandage, they will gladly take that band is from me because it solves their problem and it alleviates their pain of what they're going through in real time. So if we think of actually serving people and helping people, and then when we have those solutions simply offer instead of sell, they are going to take that offer because they need it to fix their actual problem. And if you're wondering on whose problems do you focus on, this is why you have to create an avatar profile. And an avatar is your target customer. This is not plural, where most entrepreneurs are failing is that they're trying to sell to everybody, or they're trying to talk to everybody, or they're trying to create content for everybody, for the masses. And they wonder why they can't get any traction, why they can't get any momentum, why they can't get any views, why they can't get any subscribers, why they can't get any sales. And it's because they're not making their content, or they're not focused on serving any one particular person. This avatar profile, this is the foundation of everything. You get really, really deep and detailed on building out a profile, and you only focus on coming up with solutions and serving that one person. What most people do is that they go here within a niche. This is a niche, and the thing about a niche is that it's so hard to get seen in a niche, because just imagine all these dots are just people within that niche. It's hard to get traction, it's hard to get seen. But if you build out an avatar profile, you focus on one person within the actual niche, you will be shocked to find out how many more people that fit that profile that you fit within this actual niche. So you don't need to niche down. Let me correct myself. You do need to pick a niche, but it's not about niching down. It's about building out an avatar and serving that avatar profile within the niche. And that is how you get customers within an actual niche. Then secondly, we know about problem solving, right? Here, with the emotions. Humans, we are emotional creatures. We do things simply because we feel like it. Now, this will work on humans. If you're trying to sell stuff to dogs, cats, chickens, snakes, turtles, and roly-polies, this will not work. But this will work if you're trying to sell something to an actual human being. We are emotional creatures. We buy things because we feel like it, and then we justify with logic. So how do you make someone feel something? You have to create environments that make people feel like buying. So I love to use Apple as an example. I'm an Apple customer. How did Apple get my money? I have an iPhone, I have an iPad that I'm writing on, I have a MacBook behind me, I have a Beats by Dre Pill speaker right here, an Apple product. I have AirPods. I have multiple pairs of AirPods, AirPods Pros, the $600 AirPod Maxes. I am an Apple customer. But what did Steve Jobs originally do to sell Apple's products? He created an environment that made people feel like buying. He made Apple seem cool to the point where Apple users, and if you're an Apple user, let me know if I'm right or not in the comments. Apple users, we think we're above the other cell phone users. We look down at Droid products. If someone texts us with a green bubble, we're like, oh, they have an Android. They don't even have an Apple. We kind of put our nose in the air a little bit. Even though Android products are a superior product, we don't care about the product. We don't care about all the features, the capabilities, the technology and whatnot. We just want simple stuff, and we get the Apple stuff because we think it's cool. Steve Jobs did that because he created environments to make us feel like Apple was cool. Elon Musk today, Elon Musk does the same thing. Elon Musk uses Steve Jobs' techniques on creating environments to make people feel like buying Tesla products. How do both of these gentlemen do this? Well, they have online events. Think about this. And Apple still does this, but Steve Jobs is the one that really rolled it out and got the ball running for them. And Steve Jobs built his personal brand to a point that when you think of Apple, the first name that is associated today is still Steve Jobs. And he had passed away a long time ago, but he is still associated with Apple. And they are still pretty much making money off of his name because Apple ain't really made no good stuff in a while or nothing outside of what Steve came up with. But they had these online events. Think about this. Steve Jobs, he will have an event live where he's speaking to an audience, creating content, showing and advertising and showing how cool Apple's newest product is, and then he put that out on the internet as well. Think, Elon Musk, he does the same exact thing. He wants to sell a Cybertruck. Elon Musk has an event showcasing the Cybertruck in front of a bunch of people, and then it's streaming online to everybody. This is an event that evokes an emotion in people to make people feel stuff. Because remember, human beings, we buy things because we feel like it, and then we justify with logic. So how can we use Steve Jobs and Elon Musk's model to make people feel something, to make people feel like purchasing? We do it with our content. Not just any content, we do it with prolific content. Nipsey really got this prolific word in my head. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. TMC, the marathon continues. But we do it with our prolific content, but not just any type of content, because everybody's just out here making content. That's why the majority of people are failing, because they don't know what type of content to make to actually generate sales. And this content that we're going to make is epic expert content. Epic expert content, where the E stands for entertaining. I'm not saying that you have to, be doing a bunch of goofy stuff out here, but you have to at least be somewhat entertaining. When you build out an avatar profile, you know what is entertaining to your actual avatar. So you don't got to be out here doing cartwheels and backflips and a bunch of stupid, goofy looking stuff online. The P stands for personalized. It's personalized because you know who it is that you're actually speaking to once you've actually built the avatar profile. The I stands for irrefutable. This is meaning you talking from facts. Any piece of my content, I'm talking irrefutable facts. I don't speak from a point of opinion. I speak from experience. What a lot of people are messing up is that they're making content about what they think. I don't tell anybody, I ain't telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. And how do I know it? Because I've done it. I'm talking from irrefutable facts. For example, if I have a weight loss product, I'm not gonna tell you why you should lose weight. I'm gonna give you irrefutable facts and show you why you should lose weight. I'm gonna show you how you're gonna be in better health, how you're gonna have a better self-esteem, how it's gonna stop that back pain, that knee pain, right? And I'm gonna show you through irrefutable facts of my product working, either from someone else it's working for or using myself as a testimony and showing how it worked for me. And then it has to be clear. You gotta dumb down your message. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. A lot of people, they're trying to sound too smart. You don't need to use all that industry jargon and techno babble. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, when they're selling their stuff, when they're creating these environments, they're not talking about all the tech and the specs and stuff. If you cannot explain it to a somewhat intelligent 10, 11, 12-year-old, you need to dumb it down. That's the epic side of it, the expert side. The E stands for educate. I'm telling you, you make so much money if you can make what I call edutainment type content. Educational with the entertaining aspect. The X stands for experience. I know there's always one person, oh, experience starts with the E. Shut up, it sounds the same and this is my stuff and I know it works because I work it. Now, I'm able to speak, remember the I in epic, irrefutable, I'm able to speak from experience because I only talk about stuff that I do and I only talk about stuff that I've done. So I know that I'm speaking from experience because I can speak from a place of authority with those irrefutable facts because I only talk about stuff that I've actually done. The P stands for problem solving. Problem solving, remember, we're entrepreneurs, we're in the problem solving business. People, they pay us for the solutions that we have to their problems. The E stands for execute. On any piece of my content, I give out great, valuable information that people can execute on right now. Like you can watch this video and you can go out and execute on everything that I'm saying today. The R stands for relevant to pain. Relevant to pain. Remember this, it's always going to be easier to draw someone away from their pain than to lead them towards their pleasure. This is just basic human psychology. Like I said, this stuff works on human beings and we're all pretty much the same up here in our minds. When stuff sounds too good to be true, red flags come up, aware. But when we're in pain, we want to alleviate that pain. We want to get away from that pain as fast as possible. That's why you have to build your avatar profile so you know what pain points to dig in on in your epic expert content. And the T stands for take action. You need to give some type of CTA, call to action. You need to give some type of call to action in all of your content, whether that be some type of call to action to actually buy your product, whether that be some type of call to action to download your free lead magnet so you can get somebody's name, phone number, and email address, whether that be some type of call to action to sign up for an email list, whether that be some type of call to action to watch your next video. But in all of your content, you need to give some type of call to action to where it's that viewer or that prospective customer, that prospective lead can take action and do something from your direction. We can't just assume that people know where to go. We can't just assume that people will go here to buy. We can't just assume that people will click this. We have to tell them and direct them to do so. And this is your epic expert content. And once you have this down, now you can actually create environments that make people feel like purchasing and then giving them or offering them the solution to their problem. Because how this flywheel works is that everything starts with your avatar. You create your content only speaking to that one avatar and showing them that you have the solution to their problems. Then these platforms, algorithms, will start to categorize your content. Where most people mess up is that they're not speaking to anybody, so then they just always cry and complain and moan about the algorithms. I can't get any views, I can't get any traffic, I can't, the algorithms, they hate me. No, the algorithms are designed to only put content in front of people to keep them on those platforms. A lot of people are just confusing the algorithms and they don't know who to place the content in front of. But once these algorithms categorize you, then they start to use their organic traffic sources to place you in front of more people that fit your avatar's profile. You do this, that's how you get numbers coming in online your business, like all them that you see on the screen right now. And if you're ready to make more working less from stuff that you already know with a digital product, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this crowded at the top community. For weekly coaching from myself, all of my exclusive trainings, plus a private community of entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. So click the link down in the description to tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But this is when selling becomes very, very, very easy. You don't have to try to sell people when you are just genuinely coming up with solutions to people's problems and offering them that solution through your epic expert content. It becomes so easy. This stuff is so simple. People just tend to overcomplicate it. That's another human being thing that we all do. I'm a victim of it myself. That's a lot of things that I do that I just make hard on myself that I don't have to. But this selling stuff, it ain't gotta be hard. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you wanna tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. Go ahead and check out this video right here on how you can create a digital product, which is an ebook in a single day and make a bare minimum of $100,000 with it. It's crowded at the top.